Hello everybody, today is our privilege to have Philip here today for us to do this interview. So Philip has been one of our best students in our studio, and just want to briefly introduce to you guys Philip Lee. He is accepted to Tufts with full right. So today it will be a great opportunity for us to learn about his experience about high school and his college application process as well. So thank you, Philip, for coming for this interview. So first thing first, what is your thought process on picking your college and why Tufts eventually?
So yeah, my thought process of picking the college was relatively complicated because for me, my parents wanted me to stay in States because they were scared they weren't able to fully fund my college if I went outside of States. So therefore, I had to pick within the colleges in States. And Massachusetts, luckily, has a lot of great colleges here, that being one of them being Tufts. And so financial aid was one of the problems. But for me personally, I wanted to have a smaller campus for what I want to study, which was computer science.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really want a big campus like Northeastern, Boston University, where there was like 10,000 students studying one major. So eventually, I crossed out a lot of colleges, and then I led to Tufts, and then Tufts has been one of my choices.
And you got all the scholarship you need.
Yeah.
That's great. I feel very happy for you when I heard the news. And on top of that, what are the key factors to help you make the decision like this? Like, did you struggle for anything? Were there any obstacles that you need to encounter? Anything you would like to share?
Yeah, there was a slight issue with Tufts. It was like I wasn't sure because it was a liberal arts school, so obviously computer science is not like well known there.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do a lot of deeper research on it. It's like how the computer science department is. And eventually I found the School of Engineering, and it was perfect for computer science. Small student body, close connections with professors, and the people there that come out of Tufts from the School of Engineering are relatively good as well for computer science. So
great. So would you agree that when you're picking a college, you really find something that fits for you, not really like, oh, I'm just looking for a particular prestigious one instead of something that fits you?
Yeah, definitely. I would say definitely look for a college that fits you. I mean, from my standpoint, I did apply to Tufts, which is a relatively prestigious college, but when I was looking through colleges, Tufts was not one of the like top priorities, as I didn't look at how prestigious it was to choose Tufts. I chose Tufts because it personally fit me of what I wanted to do, rather, and then because of that, eventually, it was like it led to Tufts.
That's well said. That's a very good tip for the incoming high school students. So, so for the next part is I would like to ask you some of experience about art. So you have been with us for a while.
Yeah.
I would say like since you're like middle school?
Middle school, 6th grade, 7th grade.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
You have been doing so well and improved a lot. And you won multiple art awards from national levels, like art contests from the national level. And then what is the most important thing about art, and what impact has art made in your life, both academically or personally?
Yeah, so the most important thing about art for me is to thinking like seeing the bigger picture of problems.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I, like, let's say, working on a project or for like engineering, computer science, instead of just looking at the small scale, it's like, how can this project impact more people? Not just me, not just my family, not just like my community. How can it impact people around the world? How can this change how people like see this field, and how can this change how people see this world? So that's what like art kind of like showed me how to do. It's like, how can I make something that's original and give it to the world and let them have a perception of it where it can change how they view art or how they view a certain part of the world.
Wow, that is well said. That's awesome to hear. And is that helpful for your college applications though? Like for what the art you have done, the art projects you have done, would that be helpful for your college applications?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely believe they were helpful. Not just in terms of like, well, yes, I didn't really put my art in my application, but I was able to mention like the awards I got from art. But out and during my college essay, I was also able to mention art as something that helped me grow. So I would say definitely helps me with the college process.
Awesome. And would you continue this art journey in your college life and beyond?
Definitely. For now I don't see art as like as something like that I won't do anymore. I would definitely see it as like a hobby, because I know
Right.
college is definitely gonna be like stressful with
Yep.
a lot of coursework. So definitely gonna use art to like take my time off and just stress relieve.
Well,
Or even like do a minor in it where it's like sometimes.
Well, you're
maybe
more than
art-
welcome to come
yeah.
back for a couple hours and then just relax yourself.
For sure.
You're always welcome. Yeah.
For sure, definitely.
Yep. And just would you like to share some of your experience regarding your experience in our studio? Like, what is that? If there's one thing or anything that you would like to mention, what is the most important thing you have learned or gained from our studio, particularly?
Yeah, relating back to other points, like viewing the bigger picture, I want to talk about like perception from the studio. It's like where we've been doing a lot of art drawings. It's like, how can we capture a piece of drawing from a different angle, from a different perception, whether it's far away or up front? And I think that's like one of the most important things I've learned from art is like, whenever you talk to people, how can you capture their perception of what they're saying, but put it in like your view, and then respectfully agreeing or disagreeing with them and having that kind of conversation between each other. And so like a bigger term picture is like being open-minded, kind of. So like art taught me to be a lot more open-minded, where it's like, how do I see the world and tell other people, but also respect how other people see the world to me. So that kind of like creates a conversation, building connections with each other a lot easier, and leads to more friends in the future.
So for sharing that, that's very helpful for the upcoming students. And then now let's switch to another topic. Like, would you like to share some experience about your high school life? Like, what it's like, and any particular highlights or interesting thing you would like to share?
But the interesting thing is, for my high school life, it's maybe a little different from most people. For junior, sophomore year, I've been working on just studying computer science, because my high school had an awesome computer science teacher, which allowed us to actually have night classes.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of time in high school was I spent a lot of nights doing classes on computer science and creating my own projects.
Great.
Yeah, and then on top of that, also like my tennis team is like being a really helpful support behind me, because we all worked hard behind the seasons, do all 4 seasons, like summer, fall, spring, winter. We all worked hard, and then because of that, we went out to state levels, and we were able to show them like what we can do based on like our work in these 4 years of high school.
Great. So you have shared some of your experience regarding your thinking process and decision-making process about your college options, and we also have students who will be graduating from high school soon, like maybe in the next couple of years. What advice or suggestions or recommendations would you like to give to them, like from your personal experience right now?
For me, I would say definitely take as many opportunities as possible. I know for me, I missed out on a lot of opportunities because sometimes I was scared, where I feared that something might go wrong if I took these opportunities, but in reality, these opportunities will not hurt you and only improve you in the future. So take as many opportunities as possible, and because of these opportunities, sometimes it might lead to scholarships, it might lead to a better application in your college, or it might even lead to like a life lesson you learn. So definitely take these opportunities.
So those are the good tips. And then last but not least, what is your expectation for your college career? What are you trying to achieve in college?
In college, I hope to come out with a degree, but it's like the most part. And then really just enjoying the college life, making new friends, building connections, working on projects, and maybe find an internship. But really just experience the full college life, how like people describe it. Oh, it's gonna be fun. There might be partying. There might be you're gonna meet new people, new classes. You gotta talk with professors. Just come out like enjoying that. Oh, college was fun. I can say that for at least when I come out.
That's awesome. Are you considering grad school?
Oh, grad school. That's a little far in the future. Definitely no. I'll definitely consider it. We'll see how it goes when I finish college. See if I'm maybe burnt out or not.
You won't, trust me. You're a pretty good student.
If I enjoy college, which I probably will, I'll definitely continue grad school.
Awesome. So, Philip, thank you so much for coming today for this interview. I just just like from the bottom of my heart, wish you a great college career.
Thank you.
Enjoy your college,
Will do.
learn a lot, and be successful. Thank you, Philip.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.